Brett Ruskin on the telephone and live at the scene. Brett, good morning.
And good morning, Heather. Well, that's right. I arrived on the scene just a couple of minutes ago, and actually, I'll set the stage for you. There is a home here in rural Nova Scotia, about 2.5 kilometers from 2.5 hours drive from Halifax, rather. About a half dozen RCMP vehicles surrounding this home. Beyond that, police tape blocking it off. We do know that yesterday, RCMP officers were called to this home, and inside they discovered 4 dead bodies. They're not saying much about the circumstances surrounding this incident, only that the public is not at risk. So again, officers spent much of the evening processing this scene, forensic investigators taking pictures, analyzing evidence inside. And we do know that around midnight, a vehicle arrived carrying 3 women. They got out, spoke with officers, and then burst into tears. Presumably they are friends or family members of those inside who were given an update. And police have an update scheduled for later on today as well. Heather.
So looking at the pictures of the scene as the investigation continues, obviously early on in this, but you mentioned, Brett, this is a small community and word will have spread about this in the overnight hours. So what are you hearing initially from people there?
Well, it is very small community, even just a crossroads, basically, out. Just the nearest town is Antigonish, Nova Scotia, again, on the way towards Cape Breton, if we can situate it there. And again, people who found out yesterday evening obviously were shocked as they tried to gain details. People awakening this morning to the reports of these 4 deaths, we're hearing that they're reacting with shock in this small, quiet community here in rural Nova Scotia, and many of them wondering what we're wondering as well, how this happened and why.